Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I know why you clicked on this video. So without too much talk, how to pass your jamb exam. And let me just start with your definition of passing this jamb exam is it has to be correct. The passing the exam doesn't mean good or bad, pass or fail. It's about achieving a goal, like getting past the cutoff mark. A cutoff mark for most Nigerian universities at 180, like on a normal, like is 180. The score, the cutoff mark is 180. But then depending on your respective departments, like the course you want to study, you can now start seeing 250, 260, 280 for medicine, law, maybe high school and all that. Computer engineer might just be 200 or maybe 260 or something like that. That's the first thing you have to understand. So your goal is to get a substantial amount of score. Like you have to get above cutoff mark. That is what is considered as a pass. Now below cutoff mark is considered as a fail, because even if you submit your jamb score, your jamb result to any post-utme, no matter if your WAEC is all A's or whatever, it's going to bring down your scores. It's going to bring down your chances of getting admitted into the course you want. So you need to note down is to go onto the internet, Google. You might even see the screen up here when I'm googling it. Google cutoff mark for whatever course you want to study, cutoff mark for law, cutoff mark for this. Now you can also Google cutoff mark for this, for whatever course you want to study in university in Nigeria that you want to. Everything's on the internet, bro. Like you can just search anything up and get it. So that's easy access. So you have to know what you want, and then in order to attract and to manifest the high score you want, just get a piece of paper, a book that you'll be using as your rough paper, as your rough book, like to help you, your revision and all that. Just any clear paper and just a paper or a book that you'll be seeing over and over again. Just write down the score that you wish to get, like a score that you want to get, and the total jamb score is 400. It's over 400. So if you get 180 over 400, you've passed. Like you've passed, but your chances are slim, sharp. But you've passed, depending on the course depending on like just entering the university, you've passed. But the problem is now to be eligible for the department, the course of study that you want to get into. So out of that 400, what do you want to get? You first of all consider get above 180, that's for sure. You consider your cutoff mark for the department you want, the course you want to study. Maybe if it's over 250, you just write down 300. Write down a score that you know that you want to get. Okay, don't do overachieve and write 400, but you can just write down. Everybody wants to get everything. 5 tips to do before the exams, and then there are 5 extras to do during the exams. So the first one is to start now. Just you watching this video means you need to just start, because there's no how you enter the hall and you expect something to just magically manifest, or you magically know what you want to write. You have to start now. Like as you're watching this video, start now. There's so much you can cover, and even if it's in a week's time or in 2 days time or in 3 days, there's so much you can cover in just 2 days or 3 days. So just start now to read and to study, and also create a consistent time when you'll be reading every single day. A place where you can be reading, that nobody's disturbing you. Like make it a habit. It's something that you want to keep doing, not even just for jamb, like for life. You want to be able to discipline yourself to be able to read on schedule, to read every single day. 2, you have to focus more on past questions, because there's no how you're going to survive without this. Like jamb is setting exam for the whole Nigeria, like all Nigerian students, almost all in fact it's for the whole Nigerian students. Like all Nigerian students are writing it. So the questions are going to be the same, but the shuffling will be different. Like for example, what my number 1 might not be your number 1. My number 1 might be your number 30. So that tactic was used to curb exam malpractice, and since it's CBT, it's so easy to shuffle questions for each student and all that. So that's what I'm saying. You have to be prepared on your own, because if you're not prepared, even if you ask your neighbor, it's not even going to work. So I don't even know how that thing is going to work. So obviously focus more on past questions, because that's where they get their questions from. You know, they are human beings. This is something that they've been setting for over, I don't know the accurate number of years that we've been writing jamb in Nigeria, but it's been a while. So obviously they won't have of questions to ask. So everything you need to ask, even if they bring out new things, you will find out that they recycle questions. They recycle it. If you check out the past questions for 2021 to 2022, there's a question from 2015 2016. So they recycle questions, maybe 1 or 2, 3 or 4, 5 or 6. If you're lucky, you get like 10 questions, in like 10 each in each subject, because it's comprised of only four main courses that you're going to be writing in jamb, depending on the course you want to study. Again, everything depending on the course you want to study. So you have to know going in what you're in for, what you want. Like, it's better for you to focus on past questions. If you find out that there's a particular topic that you keep seeing, like there's a particular topic question that comes out on the particular topic that you don't understand, you definitely need to go and read it. And it's easier because it will help you channel what you need to read. And anyway, if you want to make it more easier, you can browse up the syllabus for jamb this year, for whatever year you're in, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, and the list goes on. Like, it's on the internet. They won't withhold that kind of information, so they'll set out the syllabus, even if though it's voluminous. Like, if you have more time to sit down to plan and to read those things, it will help you. But then if you're short of time, if you don't have that much to, it's even overwhelming. So the best way to go about it is, you can, if you're starting earlier ahead, like way earlier, you can now focus on the syllabus. But once the time is drawing closer, the best thing for you to do now is to bear down on past questions, because they are the things that are going to help you, and they will help you, give you that feeling of what like the questions are like. Because if you know what the questions are like, you'll be able to anticipate some of the things, and it will channel your reading into, like, what you're going to. There's a way you read, or maybe reading verbatim. But when you have questions, you'll be able to, like, when you know the kind of questions or how they'll set the questions, you will be able to better understand how to cover, or how best to understand. Our goal here is to get the score that is higher than cutoff mark and higher than your course of study. When you ask questions in general, you'll be able to understand more, because there will be specific things that you'll be looking for in your reading. It's a very good study tip. You don't have that kind of time, although focus on past questions, focus more on past questions. You can read others. Like I said, that may make use of CBT apps. This world is global now. Like, there are so many things that can help. It's so much easier now than it was many years ago. Like, you can find anything on the internet. Just go to Google Play Store, download any. There's so many. Like, you can see it on the screen. There's so many jamb apps online, and the way it will help you is because it will help you get into that simulation as if you're actually in a jamb hall. The timer, every single thing, it will help you build that focus and lose that fear when the exam actually comes, especially for those that were not opportune to apply for the jamb mock. So you'll be going in blind. It will be your first time, so obviously you have to have experience before you enter there. So getting jamb apps is better. Most of the apps are actually paid for, or they always have a demo for you to try. But if you have the money to further register or whatever for the apps, then it's okay. But even the demo can go a long way. It can help you. Number 4 is to study every day. Like, there's something about studying every day. It will make it more enjoyable. It will make it more like you want. After a while of studying every day, you want to push the boundaries. Like, if you are reading for 30 minutes, you find that, oh my god, I enjoy this thing so much. You now want to read for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and you know what 3 hours times 7 days will do? 3 times 7, 21 hours. Like, do you know what 21 hours can do for you? Do you know what you can cover in 21 hours? That is a logic you need to have. Your time is valuable. You can use your time to do so many things. Like, you can accomplish so many things. So that 21 hours is something that you need to utilize. The tip is to pray, because you can't go anywhere without God. That's just it. If you pray and you don't study and you don't read, you don't do the work, you not pass. That's the honest truth. You won't, because heaven help those who help themselves. Whatever you see in the example, the Holy Spirit will bring it to your remembrance. But if you don't have anything in your head at all, like you have no read, you just entered into that place, do you think miracle fall from heaven, or manna will fall from heaven, manna of knowledge will fall into your head? It's not possible. So you have to start somewhere. You have to do all these tips before the end. Now, comment down below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video to those people that need it, especially those that need to like jamb this year. You need to help a family member out, help a friend out. So yeah, and we're out. Bye.